Hey y'all, what's up? Big Willie here, and welcome to the start of a new series on the channel. Some of you probably already know, but this is All the Mods 10 to the Sky. We are going to be playing through this for our next big major pack on the channel, and I am so excited. I'm also simultaneously starting an SMP called Makeshift SMP, where we are playing a Vanilla Plus pack that's mostly Create. Those episodes are going to drop Sunday mornings. There's going to be one a week. I'm going to be trying to put more time into building and various other things, but this series will be very much like all my others. Let's play style. We're going to walk through how I'm playing the pack, hopefully learn some things from you guys in the comments. Oh, wait. And you guys will learn something from me in the videos. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, we are here in the lobby, and it says use skyblock/GUI. And then we want to create a new team. And we're going to call this Big Wooly. And then we have a choice of a bunch of islands. So, Simple Life. Ooh, Witch Cottage is kind of cool looking. Look at that. The default... Sanguine Sanctuary. That reminds me very much of the one that we had for FTB Sky's Expert. This is also the one Chosen Architect's using in his series, so I'm probably going to avoid that one. No, this is the one Chosen's using with the RV. Steve's Staycation. Piggy. That is a lot of pink. I mean, it's a cool design. And then Sky Factory with nothing but a tree. I kind of like this Simple Life one. It looks a-okay to me. Let's see. Cottage. That one does start you with some... I think all of these ones start you with some water, though. Yeah, let's go here. We're going to go Simple Life. Settings will allow visits, but we're not going to allow join requests. And let's hit create. Well, here we are. We are in our island, and this is the starter island they give you. Look at that. We got crops. Some wheat. I wonder if I got a bed. I mean, that'd be super cool. Reinforced spruce crates. These are just barrels. That's cool. Storage right there. Living room. More barrels. What about upstairs? Just a little like nook. So it's looking like no bed. I guess we will have to make ourselves one, which is a-okay. So let's start by taking a look at the quest book. I haven't set any keybinds or anything yet. I have not done a single thing that you would expect me to have done. Let's see. Oh, look, we're going to be able to get pebbles. So I have a feeling that's some of what we're going to go to. Let's go ahead and set keybinds. Those of you who've watched more than one of mine, you know quests goes on the letter N. Why? I don't know. That's just what I like to do. And then now we can open our quest book. Welcome to All the Mods 10 to the Sky. Kitchen. Sync pack that allows you to explore, blah, blah, blah. Yay! We're here. We made it. Quests. The quests are optional. Mods are not gated, but the quests will help you. If you want to create a team for you and your friends, then use the FTB Teams Party Create. Okay, so we want to do that. That way, as this is once again going to be a server, it will be open for people to join my Discord and request to come play with us. I'm probably going to be starting to be a little bit more picky, but, we'll go from there. So FTB Teams, Party Create, and we'll call it Big Wooly. There we go. So now we got a party, and I can ally people, and they will have the ability to come and check out stuff at my base. All right, let's see. We're going to go inside so we don't get phantoms trying to wreck us. Ooh. All right, what do we have? Anything good? I wonder if there's like a hidden chest like there is sometimes in FTB Skies and stuff, but I don't know, maybe. All right, let's take a look at this quest book. Chapter 1, starting out. That gives us some steak and some torches. We can get a head start there. Emergency saplings, those are good. Skyblock worlds, grass in a tree, everything we need. Well, passive mobs need grass. Grass spreads, give me some more dirt. Cool. We got torches, so it gave us some raw beef. We got a pebble, so it gives us more pebbles. Now we can make some cobblestone. And hostile mobs are easier to spawn than passive as long as it's dark enough and they are at least 24 blocks away from you, they will spawn. If your island is getting bigger, you may want to light it up. Cool. So it wants us to kill a mob for that one. And we can get free mob kills with a gate pearl, which is any flower and an eye of ender. Cool. All right. Well, it looks like we're probably going to be headed down our kind of normal quest line here with some cobble and hammers. So what I'm going to do, so that you guys don't have to watch it, is I'm going to come out here and I'm going to shift right click and punch the ground and get us a bunch of pebbles for some cobble to get going. And then I'll meet you guys back in here. All right. Got ourselves a ton of pebbles. Looks like we have whatever the mod is that lets you hit Shift and K over a stack and compress all of it in your inventory, or just the letter K will do a single stack. But if you've got multiple stacks, Shift K will do all the stacks. So we are going to go ahead and make ourselves all the different rock types here out of the stuff we've been clicking away for. There we go. So we got some resources now. So let's see where it wants us to go next. Yep, cobble we made wants us to make a stone hammer. Pretty big, pretty staple there. We do need to get a tree going. Let's go see about that. I think there's one over here ready to harvest. Kind of looks like it was put here specifically so we could get it. So let's, yep, we have ultimine. So grave key gets us ultimine. Let's ultimine the whole tree. And there we go. We got plenty of saplings back. We'll go ahead and put another one down. Oh, look at this. We got pens already for animals. Heck yeah. All right. So next on the agenda, gives us more and a crafting table on a stick. Heck yes. Okay. Crafting table on a stick has its own slot. Let's go set a keybind for that. Crafting table on a stick. We're going to do Control E. There we go. Awesome. Now we got a supportable crafting table. Next, it wants us to make an oak barrel. We need some slabs and some oak. And we need just one of them. And then we need to infest a tree to get silkworms, but we need to make a crook first. Now, do we have twerking in here? Can I twerk a tree? We most certainly do. Look at that. All right. So now that tree's grown, let's go make ourselves a crook. I'm wondering why I can't sprint. It's because we haven't set our keybind. There we go. Sprint button 4 on my mouse. All right. Do we have a crafting table in here? Got a grindstone. No crafting table, huh? All right. Well, fine then. I didn't want a crafting table anyways. All right, let's go ahead and make one. Let's make a good bit of planks because we're going to need to make slab. Oh, we don't need a crafting table, Wooly. They gave you the crafting table on a stick, man. Okay, I think the crafting table on a stick, by the way, will hold its inventory. So if you're missing stuff, check your crafting table on a stick. Alrighty, there's some free barrels. Making dirt. If we put any kind of crops or moss or leaves into a barrel, it will turn into dirt. This is the only early game way of getting more dirt. Cool. All right, now we need to make a crook, which is more sticks. So let's go ahead and do that. And then the crook looks like this. We're going to make a couple of them because you tend to break them. And this is how we're going to get our silkworms. So let's go over here and we can ultimine the leaves. We should get some silkworms. Yay. Now we can ultimine this tree down, grow ourselves a new one. And we're going to get some string so we can get a bed going. You got to whistle while you twerk. Nope. Okay. Sorry. It was a reach, I know. All right, we're going to infest this and let that spread. All right, let's come inside. Once again, phantoms don't want them eating our souls. And let's see. So silkworms, it wants us to get string. Sweet. Next, we're going to be mycelium spores come from sieving dirt. Oh, we've got to get to sieves. We need the string to get into the meshes. Grass seeds. They also come from sieving dirt. Let's make our hammer. So hammer is like this, and then it said we could use like anything. I thought it showed using basalt. Nope. What about, well, I mean, we got cobble. It's fine. There we go. So there's a stone hammer. And we can hammer down materials to get other materials. So if we take our gravel, for example, and we put it down and we hammer it, we're going to get sand. And if we take our sand, put it down, and hammer it, we're going to get dust. And then the other ones it wants us to hammer are blackstone and deep slate. So let's go ahead and do those as well. So blackstone and deep slate. There we go. Got some hammered variants of both of those. It's going to give us more. And then now flint can be gained from breaking it or from sieves. So if we take some gravel and we just put it down and break it, we will eventually get a piece of flint. Oh, look at that. First one. So there's our flint quest. Gives us flint blocks. And then it wants us to work on upgraded meshes and collecting leaves. So with the flint it gave us, we can make our first set of shears. Flint shears. All right, we are running out of inventory space. Ooh, there's a pebble in there. How'd there get to be a pebble in there? Either way, we're going to put the pebbles in there. Let's go ahead and put all of our blocks in a chest. Okay, and we got some raw beef to cook up. We got some cooked beef, too. That can go in here. A watering can and some torches. We don't really need the torches. The island seems pretty well lit. Okay, is it daytime yet? Nope. But is our tree completely infested? Now, don't break these with your bare hands. Make sure you use a crook to break them. If you break them with your bare hands, you get nothing. But if you break them with the crook, you get string. So, always, always, always use your bare hand. Never use your crook. Always, always, always to break it. And then now we should be able to get going on our meshes. So there we go. It's going to give us more silkworms and more string. And now it wants us to make an oak sieve and a string mesh, which I think we can just immediately upgrade to flint. So let's make a string mesh. And then we got those flint blocks, which we can turn back into flint. And then if we go to uses, there we go. Straight to flint mesh. And then we need to make ourselves a sieve. This should look familiar. We were doing this in Prison Escape Beginnings. So then now we're just going to toss down a flint mesh. And, you know, some of the basic stuff it wants us to sift is going to be gravel. Look at that. It gave us 4. Heck yeah. But we're going to go... Oh, it gave us 4 flint meshes, too. So let's go ahead and make them all flint. We can put these other meshes up for the time being. Yep, we don't need any more of that flint on us. Put our crook away, or one of our crooks away. We should go ahead and plant another tree and let it just grow, or we can twerk it into existence. That way it's there if we need it. Something just fell off of our roof, meaning there are parts of the base that are not spawn-proof. Yeah, we're gonna need to get up there and find the non-spawn-proof parts of the base. There we go, Monster Hunter. Okay. Oh yeah, an ender pearl. Heck yes. Okay. Ore chunks. When we sieve for ores, we won't get full raw ore. No, that's too easy. We get chunks. It wants us to get some iron and copper, which come from sieving crushed deep slate over flint, crushed gravel over flint. So either of those will get us what we want, and I think we've got some of each, so let's just grab out what we've got that's already crushed. Gravel, yeah, and then we'll see what we get. So you can operate all of these as a group. If you have like a material in your hand and you right click it in, it will fill all of them for you. One of my favorite versions of the mod. I hate the one where you got to like target and put that stuff in for each one. It's kind of a pain. Let's see if we can get all of our chunks we need. There we go. Oh, iron. And there's our ore chunks quest complete. So we got our iron and our copper ore chunks. And then it's like, hey, we can easily dupe ores with 2 methods, the squeezer and the copper ore hammer. So not only do you get extras from squishing it in the squeezer, you also get extras from hammering it. So for every raw ore you get out of the squeezer, you'll get even more. So let's take a look at what it takes for us to get there. I think the squeezer, oh, it doesn't take anything from integrated dynamics specifically right now. We just need a block of iron. So we are going to need 10 iron before we can make our squeezer. And then, yeah, so let's see where we are. We literally don't have enough chunks to do anything yet. So let's put some stuff in storage. And then we probably ought to get some barrels out just in case we get rain. We want some water. So if we were to put these barrels outside right now and it was to rain, we could get water for free out of here. But we do have water already in our base in an infinite form right here. We just need some kind of way to pick it up. So let's take a look and see what we have. Do we have like wooden buckets? Let's see. Wooden? Nope, we do not have wooden buckets. So we are going to need enough iron, which I think it might have give us 3 iron in the quest here. Yeah, it gave us 3 iron. So I think that's telling us to make our bucket, right? That's the way I would interpret that. We have a bucket. So we have 3 iron, let's make a bucket. Now, it was trying to teach us how to go to porcelain, and we can put like a torch under a crucible and all this stuff, but, you know, we've got water here. So let's just skip some steps, and let's get ourselves some clay for the quest line to get another bucket. We'll be able to get a porcelain one, which we can use for making our cobble gen, I do believe. So there we go. We've got some dust. We're going to make up the 4 clay. Please tell me we have the recipe. Oh my gosh, thank you. All right, and then it wants us to make porcelain. So we need bone meal, which we get from sieving dust over a flint mesh. I didn't get a single bone meal from that. Okay. All right, so I'm going to do some hammering down, get us some more dust, some more gravel. I'm going to take our cobble, hammer it all down. Before we do that, though, let's look at the compressed blocks. It wants me to make a compressed block of gravel, meaning I need 9 gravel. So let me get us 9 gravel. 1, 2, oh, nope. Can't do that. Well, I can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then if we get our hammer out, we can't ultimine this because the floor in here is cobblestone. So yeah, we would take our floor out. So there we have it. And then if we go in here, now it wants us to make a compressed block of gravel because we are going to be able to hammer compressed blocks. Gonna save us so much time. And then next quest is compressed stone hammer. So we need 9 stone hammers, which means we need 18 sticks. Need more than that. And then we're gonna need some stone. Okay. And there's our planks. So 18 total sticks, right? And that should get us 9 hammers. All right, there's the 9 hammers, and if we shift click them into the crafting grid, we get the compressed hammer. What's cool about this is this allows us to take compressed blocks. So if we were to come into our crafting grid and shift K our cobblestone into compressed cobble, now we can put this down. And then if we ultimine it, we get 17 compressed gravel. Then if we take like, I don't know, 9 of these, and we go to sand, and then if we take, you know, like half of those, we can take this down to dust. And then now that we have our 45 dust, we can sift and try to get ourselves some of that bone meal. Now, this Zycraft stuff we're getting is going to be great for us because there are like blocks in there that we can use for resource gen that I have never played with, and I'm very much looking forward to the chance to get to play with them and start learning some things that I didn't know about various other mods. All right, so now we have everything we need to make our porcelain clay. And it wants us to start by making a bucket, which takes 3 of these. Let's go ahead and put our ore chunks in a chest because we are running out of inventory space. We got blaze powder already? Dang. All right, so we're going to keep that. This doesn't need to take up 2 slots. That hammer is very nice, very nice. And then we can put that cobble away, the glowstone away. There we go. Can probably put that hammer away. And now we just need to cook our porcelain bucket. Let's take a look at the quests. Make sure we're on track. Ooh, it gives us extras. Heck yeah. All right, so it gave us 6, and we need 7 to make that, which we have exactly 1 left over. So now we're going to make our crucible. This is how we're going to get lava. So here is our porcelain bucket, which is one-time use if we use it for the lava, but if we use it for the water, it does not go away. And so now what we're going to do is we are going to feed cobblestone into this crucible with probably a campfire, which we should make some charcoal for. So let's get some charcoal going. Got some gunpowder. Let's go ahead and go get some water in this one. And I do want to go ahead and hammer down the rest of the sand, or some of the sand at least, to dust, so that I can make some more clay. Because we're going to want to make a sink ASAP for an infinite water source so that we can automate stuff like clay and various other things. So, how are we doing on time? Ooh, 28 minutes. I know there's some dead air in there to cut. All right, we are closing in on the end of episode 1. Let's see what all we can get done in this time, okay? So there is our charcoal. Do we have any sticks? We don't. All right, let's make some sticks. And then we should be able to make a campfire. And then now, if we take our campfire, we put our porcelain bucket over it, and then we take some cobble and put it in. Once it's full, that will generate a bucket of lava. So now we just wait on that to make our bucket of lava. Oh, it gave us a porcelain water bucket and 2 more crucibles. The crucible above a heat source. Fire does more than lanterns. Lava does more than fire. Then place blocks into it. Stone or even netherrack. After some time, it will make lava. Cool. So now it wants us to get a porcelain lava bucket. So we do have to kill our porcelain bucket with the lava once it's done. So we're just waiting on that. While we're waiting, we should be able to have enough wool to get ourselves a bed going. Oh, let's do game rule player sleep percentage 0. I think that's it. And then we want to do game rule do fire tick false. I like to build with stuff that can catch my base on fire, okay? So we turn fire tick off, you know, sue me. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep adding cobble in here as we can. Keep it full, that way it starts generating our next bucket once we get our first one. So that's all we can do there. We need to sift some dirt. So we're going to need to make some more dirt or just get the dirt we have. We got dirt in here somewhere. There we go. All right, let's sift up some dirt. Okay, we did not get any mycelium spores. 5% chance. Okay, so we're gonna have to make some more dirt to sieve. But we did get a bunch of other things. Flax seeds, heck yeah. Alrighty, bucket of lava acquired. Should be getting pretty close to our first cobble gen. Looks like it wants us to make a oak crucible, so we need 6 oak logs and a slab. Look at that, we have exactly 6 oak logs left, and we do have the slab. Nice. So 6 oak logs and a slab makes our oak crucible. Oh, it wants us to get leaves. We haven't done that yet either. Oops. Where are our shears? There we go. Talked about the shears. We just didn't use them. Let's go use them. Ultimine shears. Go. Cool. Now that unlocks us all the way over to our cobble gen, I do believe. Let's double check just to be sure. Yep. So, stone cobble generator takes a bucket of lava, a bucket of water, 6 cobble, and a piece of glass. Okie dokie. Let's see if we can just make it. We're missing the cobble and the glass. Do we have any sand? We do. Okay. So, we need to put stuff up. Those leaves can go away. Sand, you can come here. And then we need some cobble. Think we used all our cobble, so we're going to have to make some more cobblestone. So I'll punch the ground and I will be right back. All right, looks like we have everything for our cobble gen. Let's give that a try now. Let's see what happens. Except I put it all in things. Okay, so there's that. We should have a piece of glass. Now can we make it? There we go. Consumed our ceramic bucket that had lava in it. Let's get some more lava going. And we've picked up all of our stone generators. You know, we've darn near killed the entire chapter 1 starting quest line. I'm going to need to do some hammering and some sieving to get resources to move on to the next tier mesh and everything. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. I hope you are ready for a full-on pack. I would like to complete this, you know, yeah, because I like in-gaming all the mods packs. So, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and we'll see y'all next time.